Hello, dear students. I welcome you all to this video class. In today's class, we shall discuss about the contributions made by Victorian poets to the development of English literature. This topic is in optional English paper of third semester BA of Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi. So let us understand the poets and their contributions to the development of English literature. Before going to see about the poets, let us have a glance of Victorian age. It was started in the year 1832 and it was the year when the first reform bill was produced. And this period is called as Victorian age because it was being ruled by Queen Victoria. And this is also known as the period of great literary expansion. Means all genres of literature got developed in this period. So Victorian poetry is divided into two parts. One is early Victorian poetry and another one is later Victorian poetry. Early Victorian poetry is the continuation of romantic poetry. It means that romanticism was still prevailed little in this poetry, and later Victorian poetry we will see some modernistic elements in the later Victorian poetry. That is why Victorian poetry is considered as a bridge between romanticism and modernism. Now let us see early Victorian poetry. It is extended from 1830 to 1880. Uh, some of the important early Victorian poets are Alfred Tennyson, Robert Browning, Matthew Arnold, and A.H. Clough. Let us see Matthew Arnold first. Matthew Arnold was born in the year 1822 and he died in 1888. He is considered one of the first modern poets of Victorian era. I was telling you that few of the Victorian poets included modern elements or they paved the way for modernist poetry. So Matthew Arnold was one among the such poets, and he is famous for his imagery involving the ocean and also themes involving women. So almost all the poems you will witness the image of ocean. Matthew Arnold teaches certain lessons through the image of ocean, and also his poems have themes involving women. He was not only a poet but also a prose writer, critic, educationalist, and his important poems are Dover Beach, Vachanalia, Philomela, and Culture and Anarchy. Is one of the best prose works. Our next poem is Alfred Lord Tennyson. Tennyson is the representative poet of Victorian age. He became poet laureate after Robert Southey. Poet laureate means national poet. So he was become the poet of um, nation during Victorian era, and he is one of the most revered poets of all time. Revered means he is honored till today for his contribution made to the development of literature and for his beautiful lyrics. And he is the second most quoted writer after Shakespeare. Dear students, please remember that Shakespeare is the most quoted writer in the world and Tennyson stands second. His important poems are In Memoriam, It was it's an elegy actually. In the on the death of his best friend Arthur Hallam, Ulysses, Brooke is a very famous poem, and it is known for its famous lines. Men may go, men may come, but I go on forever. And Maud Arthur, the Lady of Shalott, Tithonus, the Idylls of the King, and the Two Voices are his major poems. Our next important poet is Robert Browning. Dear students, Browning is considered as the robust optimist of Victorian era. He believed in optimism, and he is very famous for his dramatic monologues. He introduced a new literary device in that period, that is dramatic monologue. And he is also known for his commentary on social institutions. His important poems are My Lost Duchess, Fallin, Sardello, Paracelsus, Men and Women, Rabbi Ben Ezra. Elizabeth Barrett Browning was the wife of Robert Browning. She was also a very famous poetess of Victorian literature. She married to Robert Browning, was one of the most famous Victorian poets, and she had a great influence on two important American writers, Edgar Allan Poe and Emily Dickinson. Her important poems are The Cry of the Children, Sonnets from Portuguese, Aurora Leigh. So, these poets were the early Victorian poets. In the next video, we shall see about later Victorian poets. Thank you.